Not a bad looking day anyway. Soon this will be all green. Then it won't look like Chernobyl. Yeah, boys and girls, kind of depressedly on Loco today. I hear some of you asking, why is that? It's a beautiful sunny day. It's 75 degrees, the first really nice warm day we've had in the Northeast since winter decided to go away. And I'm in fact riding a Ducati Monster S2R, which is not a bad place to be. So why am I a little depressed? Well, that's because I was planning on being on a very different Italian motorcycle this morning. My beautiful, wonderful bitch of an Aprilia RXV, pictured here. The Enduro dirt bike from hell. And the reason I was going to be on that bike today is because, as I said, it's been getting warmer and staying pretty dry for a good week or so, which lends itself to pretty ideal conditions for brapping around in the dirt. And I had some friends of mine who had invited me along on a little enduro brap that I really wanted to do. Pulled the RXV out, got it all, squared away, filled it up with gas, took all the fluids, blah, blah, and it wouldn't fucking start. Why wouldn't it start? Well, spent about, 20, 25 minutes figuring that out briefly, and the short version is I took it out for a little run, and I got it wet. I went through a really big puddle that was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, and hence some of the electrics came over altogether Italian, as they tend to do on that particular bike. So, I gave up. I told everyone, sorry, can't make it. Bike's dead, because the only other dirt bike for enduro stuff anyway that I have access to is my WR, but it's currently in motard mode, and I didn't want to go and change the wheels and change the chain and change the brakes and reprogram the computer. And I said, you know what? It's going to take me like an hour and a half to do that. Everyone's going to be pissed off. They have to wait for me. So, fuck it. But, that kind of bummed me out. So I said, fuck it. I'm going riding something. And as such, I just decided to take out the bike. Another Italian bike. This one starts, fortunately. The Ducati Monster S2R. Just to get some wind in my hair and feel a little bit better about the day. Because like I say, I was really looking forward to that trip. Well, that being said, finding the good and the bad, making lemons out of lemonade, whatever, gives me something to talk about, which some people have asked me about, as I have a number of Italian bikes, which is, how terrible are they to live with? And the answer to that is, it depends. It's kind of like having, to abuse the old cliche, an Italian girlfriend. Sometimes of the month she's just on fire and she does things for you that no other girlfriend will do. Other times of the month, oh man, it's going to be expensive and it's going to hurt. Let's put it that way. And not all Italians have, a lot of them get a bad rap. Ducati gets an undeserved bad rap. Certainly on the newer bikes for being unreliable in some cases, and they're just not. Like any modern Ducati, like pretty much since this thing was made, since the Monster, or since the Quick Monsters, they've been completely reliable. The electrics are fine, the ECUs are fine, nothing breaks and falls off. They're just very well screwed together, well-made bikes. Before this, though, the early bikes, oh god. And that, unfortunately, is the era from essentially where the RXV comes from. It was some crazy Italian's awesome idea to make the ultimate dirt bike, which they did. But they made it with circa, 1992 Italian electronics. So it has, yeah, that's good. It has, the old style Molex plugs, which aren't watertight. So if you hit a big puddle, you get water on like the headlight area on the RXV on the stock wiring. And then the worst thing is if you then leave it wet, so that the water just kind of finds its way into the connectors and into the wiring harness, which is what I did because I'm stupid. Or more to the point, I had some pretty big fish to fry in my business, and I just couldn't clean the bike properly when I got home. Yeah, it'll bite you. Shit will just stop fucking working. And plus, some parts of the wiring harness are just crap. Like the starter harness, the starter leads are way too small to crank that engine over, especially when it's hot. So yeah, I mean, the RXV, I love it to pieces. It's a really wonderful bike. When it works, it's better than any other dirt bike I've ever ridden. It's got like twice the power. If you take like the WR450, my Supermoto, it's got like maybe 50 horsepower, 45, 50 horsepower at most. The Aprilia has 90, and it weighs less. So it's just a comical thing. Hey, chicks on Harleys. All right, welcome to the party, ladies. You're not Italian girlfriends. You're American. Fuck yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the RXV has shitty wiring, frankly, and it makes an otherwise awesome bike kind of a pain in the ass to live with in some ways. But this was kind of the last straw. I mean, again, you know, make chicken soup out of chicken shit. I'm just going to rewire the bike, and I'm going to use, you know, Tefcel wire, which is a silver plated mil-spec wire, and I'm going to use Deutsch connectors. Basically what Aprilia should have done when they made the fucking thing, but they didn't, because that would have cost, you know, an extra 200 to 300 bucks per unit, and they just said fuck it. So yep, I'll rewire it, and then it'll be pretty well bomb-proof. Because one great thing is, you know, otherwise it's been pretty reliable as bikes go. You know, all the mechanical stuff has been fine. I got to do the fork seals on it, but that's pretty par for the course with any enduro bike you beat the piss out of. So whatever. I'll rewire it, put proper connectors on it, and then it won't have a single bit of problem. But it is kind of annoying because I really wanted to go have some fun in the dirt where it's not all complete fucking mud. And you know, there is some rain forecast for the end of the week, and there's just no way I could get it done in time to go enjoy it. So it's going to be later in the season. You'll see the RXV come out from hiding again. But right now it's just being a garage queen. And I'm out on the Monster trying to feel better about the day, just having gone a little sideways. But good news for subscribers to the channel. That means I'm going to be sitting in the office editing video instead of out riding. So you're going to be seeing more videos sooner than you otherwise would have today. So there's that. And the glorious thump of an oil-cooled 2-valve Ducati is soothing the Savage Lion a little bit. I just, you know, you go and get into a certain mindset for a certain kind of bike, and you know, an enduro dirt bike, especially a really retardedly fast one like the RXV, it's all just like, okay, I'm now in kill mode. I must go very, very fast and do naughty things in the dirt. And it just didn't pan out. So I just said, you know what? Not a good time to take a crazy sport bike out, because I'm just going to do something stupid and wreck it, because I'm so pissed off. So I'll just take the mellow bike out and just chillax a bit. Not that the Monster is a slouch. I mean, it is a really great naked bike. You know, it's the original kind of naked Street Fighter, and the S2R is kind of like the ultimate evolution of the Ducati 2-valve before and the last air-cooled engine they made. So, and it sounds like that. What's not to like, right? But I really wanted to be like jumping over rocks and shit with my RXV. Oh well. Shit happens. Hey, you like my videos? Well, subscribe to the channel then. Hit the like button. And if you want to comment, you know, tell me what kind of an idiot I am, go over to leonloco.com and let me know. Yeah.